T-Sec Productions proudly presents the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network.
Swung on, fly ball toward left field, back. Out of here, home run over the left field wall. He got every bit of that one.
Now live from the birthplace of Southern gospel music in the land of Crockett.
And welcome into today's coverage of the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series from Tom Cruise Field. Today's matchup between Sarasota, Florida and Newtown, Connecticut. Sarasota, Florida will lead off here in the top of the first. The visiting team from Sarasota at center field, Torres. Dylan Ross. Third cleanup is Jason Scott. Nick Henry comes in 5. Cade Nelson, Owen Ayers, Alec Boothanford, and will be the lineup for Sarasota. Pitching for Newtown, Connecticut will be Jack Mullen. As we are just about set to go. Humid, overcast day here in Lawrenceburg. Slight chance of showers. Otherwise, should be able to get the full slate of games in. And the first pitch from Mulligan. Strike one to Torres. Oh, 1. Falls in there for strike. Two is in the door. One, 2 to Torres. And a nearly hit him, had to duck out. 2-2 now. First back. Sarasota in Connecticut. Chop foul. 2-2. Two is in the dirt, full count. So Torres battles back after falling behind 0-2. Payoff pitch. Fouled up, out of play. Good it back for Darryl Torres. Pitch is out. Will be a ball. Dylan Rock. Who will be pitching for this team from Sarasota, Florida, once they take the field? First pitch is a strike. 4 balls and 5 strikes thrown so far by Mulligan. That pitch is low and outside. 1-1. Tyler Russin is on deck. And it just barely misses. 2-1 the count to Robertson. Runner goes. His leg. 2 runners aboard.
Peterson.
And Tyler. Left-handed here. Digs in. First pitch is high. Sarasota has a runner in scoring position. That is the leadoff hitter, Torres. Pops straight up. James going up against the fence, and it's going to be out of play. Nearly come down and hit him in the head. Of course, the netting stretches back over the crowd here, as there is an adjacent park here. There's more games going on here at the Babe Ruth World Series. One and one to Russell. Mulligan from the stretch. Misses outside, 2-1. No hits, 1 error so far. And that ball again is fouled out of play. Off the bleachers to our left. 2-2 to Tyler Russin, the right fielder for Sarasota. And he swings at the pitch low, foul up. Stays alive. Swung, hit hard. In the dirt. To dig that throw. So 1 down in the inning. Advances to third with 1 down in the inning. And that's going to bring up Jason Scott for Sarasota. Still no hits. Allowed just the 1 error, 1 walk, and a fielder's choice. And that it dropped. As he was up, but the run will score. 1-0.
Batting now, number 2, Nick Henry.
So Jason Scott picks up the RBI for Sarasota. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Nick Hendry. Mulligan deals. Pitch is high. Still no hits allowed by Newtown, as they ruled that last one a fielder's choice. Hit the third base. And it will be fair. Runners at second and first now for Sarasota with 2 outs. Let's see if they score that one in there as well. They're going to give a base running error on the fielder's choice that scored the run. That will go down as an error. And a chop to short. Not in the inning. 1 run allowed. We play 2017 from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Enterprises in Main Street, Lawrenceburg would like to congratulate all of the Babe Ruth teams from across the country that have made their way to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee in the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series. Main Street Lawrenceburg supports many revitalization projects to maintain and grow a healthy community spirit. Darrell Valentine Enterprises in Main Street Lawrenceburg wish every team the best of luck during the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series in beautiful Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
P-Sec Productions proudly presents the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network.
Swung on, fly ball toward left field, back. Out of here, home run over the left field wall. He got every bit of that one.
Now live from the birthplace of Southern gospel music in the land of Crockett.
For Newtown on the evening, Dan Mason, the right fielder. First pitch is a strike. Second pitch just misses inside. 1-1 to Mason. On the mound is Dylan Robertson for Sarasota. The 1-1 pitch is inside. 2-1 to count. 1-0's your score. Sarasota out in front. 2-1. Also inside. 3-1 to Dan Mason. And he won. First runner is aboard. So both teams get their leadoff man aboard to start this game.
At the plate now, number 2, Trevor Tyrell.
Trevor Tyrell. Swing at the first pitch. Baseman pulled his foot. Like to throw. So a fielder's choice. As Terrell is swinging at the first pitch. Nice grab by Nicholas Henry.
You can hear yourself just fine, but it is a little muffled whenever you speak a little bit louder.
It's clipping. That's what it is. So keep my volume down. And we've got a coach from Sarasota wants an explanation of why the runner was not called out at first. Apparently he got it. And we play.
22, Todd Peterson.
They wanted the double play. First base umpire apparently felt he pulled his foot. Showing bunt is the batter, Todd Peterson. Oh, 1. Curveballs, fouled out, third base line. Oh, 2 now to Peterson. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first, 1 out. Wind blowing slightly out. Ball's hit high. Center fielder on its run. And he comes up with a grab as he's got some wheels and makes the catch over his shoulder. Dylan Torres, the leadoff hitter for Sarasota, with a nice grab. As he was burned, playing shallow in, but was able to get back and make the grab. 2 away, runner on first. Gavin Connors will be the batter now for Sarasota, the third baseman. First pitch, curveball outside. 1 ball. 2 outs for Sarasota here in the bottom of the first. They lead 1-0. Breaks off, checks the runner at first. Robertson gives a look from the stretch. And he got called for a ball. Move to second. And that was the right call. One ball, no strikes. Runner moved to second on the box. Still 2 away. Pitch in for a strike as Robertson lost his footing throwing that one. We've seen that a few times over the course of the tournament. Pitcher sliding off the mound. One and one. Connors. Pitch is called a strike outside corner. 2-seam fastball. 1 and 2 now. 2 outs an inning. And again, checks the runner in second. With 2 strikes, you expect him to be running. The 1-2. And the curveball got him. Caught the inside corner. 1 runner standing. No errors. No hits. No runs. We've played 1 for the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series. You're watching Sarasota and Connecticut on Ag Sports TV.
Enterprises in Main Street, Lawrenceburg would like to congratulate all of the Babe Ruth teams from across the country that have made their way to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee in the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series. Main Street Lawrenceburg supports many revitalization projects to maintain and grow a healthy community spirit. Darrell Valentine Enterprises in Main Street, Lawrenceburg wish every team the best of luck during the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series in beautiful Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. In Main Street, Lawrenceburg would like to congratulate all of the Babe Ruth teams from across the country that have made their way to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee in the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series. Main Street, Lawrenceburg supports many revitalization projects to maintain and grow a healthy community spirit. Darrell Valentine Enterprises in Main Street, Lawrenceburg wish every team the best of luck during the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series in beautiful Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
And welcome back to 2017 Babe Ruth World Series. First batter in the second inning is owning Owen Ayers. The catcher for Sarasota. 1-1 now to Ayers. One is driven hard, center field. Center fielder Lenardi makes the catch. I just can't hear my headset.
Batting now, number
1 out.
for Alec Boot-Hanford.
And that'll bring up Alec Boot-Hanford for Sarasota. First baseman. And the curveball fooled him. He watched it all the way in. Strike one. There it is again. He's swinging. And he fouls it up. 2 strikes. One nothing. Sarasota leads. That ball catches Chalk. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2, and it nearly hit him. 2-2 now to Boot-Hanford. Pitch is in the dirt. Boot-Hanford battles back to full count after falling behind 0-2. 1 out at end the inning. And he struck him out. 2 outs now. As Mulligan records his first strikeout of the game, and that's going to bring up Evan Gibbs, the left fielder.
Evan Gibbs.
First pitch to Gibbs, and it's going to be in the hole between first and second, and he'll be aboard. First hit of the game for either club. They scored that run on 2 errors. A fielder's choice and a walk in the top half of the first inning. It's going to bring up Mason Payne, the third baseman. Ball's high and outside, ball 1. Payne is the final batter here in the Sarasota lineup. That pitch is low. In the inning. Played 1.5. 17 Babe Ruth World Series.
Valentine Enterprises in Main Street, Lawrenceburg would like to congratulate all of the Babe Ruth teams from across the country that have made their way to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee in the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series. Main Street Lawrenceburg supports many revitalization projects to maintain and grow a healthy community spirit. Darrell Valentine Enterprises in Main Street, Lawrenceburg wish every team the best of luck during the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series in beautiful Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Enterprises in Main Street, Lawrenceburg would like to congratulate all of the Babe Ruth teams from across the country that have made their way to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee in the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series. Main Street, Lawrenceburg supports many revitalization projects to maintain and grow a healthy.
Welcome back to 2017 Babe Ruth World Series. Brian Vanderhave will be the batter. First baseman from Newtown. First pitch is a ball. Pitch number 2 is a strike. 1-1 to Vanderhave. 1-0 Sarasota leads on one hit. And it runs in on the hands of Vanderhave. 2 balls, 1 strike. Robertson has thrown 16 total pitches. Pitch number 17 is a strike. 2-2 to Vanderhave. Swing and a miss. Vanderhave is down on strikes, and Dylan Robertson picks up his first strikeout of the evening. 1 out in the inning.
Batting now, the center fielder, number 6, Mark Leonardi.
It's going to bring up Mark Leonardi for Newtown, Connecticut. First pitch, high outside. And we've got another pause as the adjacent field is playing the national anthem. So we get our second national anthem of the day. Something you don't see. It's the second game on the next field is getting underway. We resume with 1 ball, no strikes to Lombardi. And 1-1 to Lenardi. The 2-1. Lenardi fouls it off. It's going to be straight up to the pitcher. Pitcher goes under it. 2 outs now in the inning.
Batting now, number 57, James Schumacher.
And James Schumacher will dig in with 2 outs. Ball 1. Two 2-0 now to Schumacher. First strike thrown to Schumacher. 13 strikes now for Dylan Robertson against 12 balls. Two and two now to Schumacher. 2-2, swung and missed. Second strikeout of the inning for Robertson. No runners left on, no hits, no errors. We've played 2 of 7. 1-0 Florida leads. You're watching 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports TV.
Enterprises in Main Street, Lawrenceburg would like to congratulate all of the Babe Ruth teams from across the country that have made their way to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee in the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series. Main Street Lawrenceburg supports many revitalization projects to maintain and grow a healthy community spirit. Darrell Valentine Enterprises in Main Street Lawrenceburg wish every team the best of luck during the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series in beautiful Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
This is the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network.
We're back here for inning number 3 of the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series. Sarasota will come to the plate. It's Mason Payne. In the midst of his at-bat in the second. Had a runner thrown at it first. So he gets to start all over in the count.
Leading off for Sarasota, number 5, Mason Payne.
Jack Mulligan, the pitcher for Newtown. Mulligan from the stretch. First pitch is low. One ball, no strikes to Payne. Second pitch is high. 2-0. Is in there for a strike. Two-one to Mason Payne. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Is hit hard to left fielder, and he made it as it was nearly over his head. But he was able to recover in time for out number 1. Great catch by Hurley. Sometimes the best catches are made when you're out of position. That was the case there. One out. That's going to bring up Darrell Torres, leadoff hitter. And again, he goes down the left field line. They're going to call it foul. It was right on the line. Oh, 1 to Torres. High. 1-1. Torres has got some wheels out in center field. He can absolutely fly. 1-1 is a strike. So Mulligan out in front of Torres with 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it's in the dirt, running into 2-2. Sarasota leads 1-0. On one hit, 2 errors for Connecticut. The 2-2, swing and a miss, fouled back into the catcher's glove for Jack Mulligan. So each pitcher now with 2 Ks on the day. 2 outs in the inning for Newtown. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, Trevor Terrell. Excuse me, the pitcher, Robertson. I was looking at the wrong side of the roster. First pitch is a ball to Dylan Robertson. The 1-0 catches Chalk. 2-0 to Robertson. 0 for 1 on the day, reaching on an error. Full 3 balls, no strikes now to Robertson. As Mulligan tries to regroup. And he walked him on 4 straight.
Batting now for Sarasota, number 19, Tyler Russell.
It looked like Robertson may have kicked his leg a little bit before the pitch got there. If it was a distraction measure or a little gamesmanship, or it was just my eyes playing tricks on me. 2 outs, 1 runner on, throw off the first, not in time. And the runner at first may have been shaking up a little bit trying to get back. As he tries to walk it off, he's trying to sling that right leg around, may have caught it just a bit. Of course, he's the pitcher for Sarasota. Don't want to get him injured. He's good. He's ready to go. Play resumes. First pitch to Rustin is outside. Ball 1. Rustin hits one in the hole. And the runner runs around second. Throw into thirds, not in time. He's got runners at the corners. And now Rustin's going to go for second on the pass ball. So what was going to be a head from Tyler Rustin ends up how we end. 1 runner left on, 1 hit, no errors, no runs. We've played 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on X Sports TV.
Darrell Valentine Enterprises in Main Street, Lawrenceburg. Enterprises in Main Street, Lawrenceburg would like to congratulate all of the Babe Ruth teams from across the country that have made their way to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee in the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series. Main Street Lawrenceburg supports many revitalization projects to maintain and grow a healthy community spirit. Darrell Valentine Enterprises in Main Street, Lawrenceburg wish every team the best of luck during the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series in beautiful Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
First pitch to Hurley is a strike.
And so that's Cam.
For Sarasota. And it's going to be hit in the hole. Third baseman comes up with it. Pitches high. But the first baseman, Hanford, able to come down.
That's Cam's mic. This is mine. We're having problems with audio cutting out and stuff, so that's just because sometimes it'll get too loud and it'll just cut out because they can't handle as much.
Jack.
So try to keep it below these boxes right
At
here.
plate for Newtown.
At the very first of the games, I usually get on YouTube and listen to
Jack
it.
Mulligan.
2 hits for Florida, 1 hit for Connecticut so far.
Not as well, I don't think. Especially usually I just get on YouTube and listen to see how it sounds. So Cam's headphone, this microphone right here.
Inside, 1 and 1
This
on the moment.
number three is that one right there. It's just to get it to play sound effects stuff, a little background.
Bottom half, 3rd inning. Out off by Mulligan. Out of play.
And the 4th one is the board. Now, whenever you
1 and 2,
have it
inning.
slide up, it has like a whining noise to it. So that's why I'm keeping it down. Jeffy said to keep it down. He doesn't know what the whining noise is coming from. I think he said it might be a bad board or something. But this is the intro at the very first of the game. Just has like Stanley in the background saying back, go on, etc., etc. This is your commercial. For some reason, it only has one commercial, so I don't know if I want to use this for another inning or two. I don't know if I want to use this for another inning or two, just because it's the same dang commercial. And this is your comeback from inning after inning.
Payout pitch. Fouled off. Mulligan stays alive.
It's not that hard.
1 out in the inning.
Now, my mistake was the other night.
Struck him out.
We're using the headphone system.
Robinson with his 3rd strikeout of the day. 2 outs in the inning.
We're using the headphone system. It was
That's going to
coming
bring up
through,
Michael Cotton,
but it
the
wasn't plugged
second
into the
baseman.
iPad, so it wasn't going through onto the live stream. It's because this splitter is the only part that connects the iPad with it, make it sound right. So like, I tried to plug this part in right here directly into it, didn't work. So, and it was just coming through the iPad speaker.
First pitch to Cotton. Inside in the dirt. 1-0.
People been commenting on your games.
On 2 hits. Popped up.
Only seen him.
Infield gets chased. 3rd baseman under. He makes the grab, and that's going to retire Newtown in order. No runs, no hits, no nothing. Sarasota leads. We've played 3. You're listening to the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on X Sports TV. Welcome back to the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee on X Sports TV. Sarasota leads this one 1-0 as we begin the top of the 4th inning. batter for Sarasota with his second baseman, Jason Scott, who is 0 for 1 on a fielder's choice. Nicholas Henry is on deck. First pitch is in the dirt. Want to know the count to Scott. 1-0 is going to be hit down the left field line. Runner going back up against the wall, and he makes the grab. Early had to give it a long run down the foul line. Was able to pull it in. One retired in the inning.
See, I wasn't paying attention, so I just kept it on.
Scott is
Play for Sarasota,
just a
number
hair.
6, Henry.
And Nicholas Henry, the shortstop, who reached on an error his first time up. One away for Newtown. And he's going to be bunting down the third base line. Barehanded up. Throw the first, not in time. And Nicholas Henry will reach on an infield bunt.
Batting now,
I think
number
Newtown
1,
was expecting him to be bunting. Third baseman now creeping in just a bit. Now he takes a few steps back. Cade Nelson, the designated hitter, 0 for 1 on the day, was the batter. And it's a pop fly, left field, right fielder giving chase, and it's going to be foul. The right fielder tried to dive for that one in foul ground. And Mason had a valiant effort. Couldn't come up with it. It's going to be Joseph. Had a little bit of a swamp here. Joseph Paget. Right fielder now. Mason's going to be a first. Little chip on that scorecard hat, unless they've got it wrong on the computer system here. Here's the Vanderhage has left. Well, he's at third now. Vanderhage has replaced Connors. That pitch is short. And they got that two. No runners left the board. No. One hit, no runs, no errors. He played 4.5. Excuse me, 3.5. We had it to the bottom of the fourth. Sarasota leads 1-0 on X Sports TV.
This is the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network.
World Series.
Sarasota, Florida leads 1-0, and Daniel Mason will step in for Newtown. First pitch is a strike. And that one's fouled off, 0-2 to Mason. Mason had reached his first time up on a walk. He had to register a completed bat. The 0-2 to Mason. From Robertson. From the windup is high. Ball one. Newtown is yet to register a hit. And Mason pops that one up out of play. Stays alive. Count still at 1-2. The scoreboard has one hit for Connecticut. The computer system on iScore has none. So someone is wrong. I believe they do have a hit. Two and two now to Mason. The 2-2 inside, full count. Robertson has thrown 44 total pitches on the day. The payoff pitch to Mason from the windup. Fouled off up against Sarasota dugout. We'll do it all. The 3-2. And it's high. He won. So the first batter is aboard here to start the bottom of the fourth. Newtown trails 1-0.
Now the scoreboard has been readjusted to show no hits. So that is the official marker. No hits so far for Connecticut. First pitch is a
Strike to Trevor Terrell. Designated hitter is 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice. And check swing, but it's high. 1-1 to Tyrell. From the stretch, Robertson. Outside, 2-1. Terrell going back to get a different bat, I do believe. Don't know if that one found a crack or wanted something a little lighter so he could choke up. Make sure he gets contact, not sure. May have just grabbed the wrong one coming out of the dugout. He's not choking up. Runner goes. Throw to second's going to be offline. Stolen base for Mason. So Connecticut gets their first runner in scoring position with no one is the count to Terrell. Three one, and it catches the inside corner for a strike, full count. So that's both first batters for Newtown have ran the count full. 52 pitches now for Robertson. The full count payoff. He's headed to third. He'll be there. So a nice sacrifice there from Trevor Terrell. And Todd Peterson is the batter. Peterson is a tall shortstop. Looks to be possibly over 6 foot. One out of the inning. Connecticut trails by 1. Bottom half, 4th inning. 1 out. First pitch. Peterson has to duck out of the way. Ball 1. And Sarasota calls time as their coach wants to have a talk with his pitcher, Dylan Robertson, who's pitched a great game and is still not allowed a hit. Sarasota, of course, is no stranger to Lawrenceburg and the Babe Ruth World Series. They were here 2 years ago. Same coaching staff, so I'm told. Of course, Sarasota is in that Tampa metropolitan area, just south of the city limits. Of course, Newtown is up in Connecticut, part of the New York metropolitan area. It's about 2 hours away, hour and a half, hour, somewhere in that neighborhood, depending on traffic. Peterson digs in, 1-0 the count. Swing, fouled off on the handle. Out of play. 1-1 to the shortstop. One's fouled off. 1-2 to Peterson. As the clouds darker and darker rolling in. There's no rain in our immediate area, but the skies do look ominous. 1-2, fouled off again. Nearest shower is about 20 miles to our north. Just some light rain, nothing heavy. It will miss the complex here. The next shower we have to worry about is coming
about 50 miles to our south. Coming this way. 2-2 now to Peterson. And he pulled it down the left field line. Left fielder just chased off the batting house in left field. Foul ball. 2-2 to Peterson as he got all of that one, but it was foul.
6 pitches thrown to Peterson. A 2-2 with 1 out. Inside, and it caught him, jammed him up. Runner at third has to hold. So Robertson retires Peterson. 2 outs now. Newtown needing a base hit now to tie the game up. It's going to bring up Gavin Connors. 0 for 1 on the day. Vanderhave is on deck. First pitch is a ball, much to the disagreement of the Sarasota faithful.
They call that a strike. third. Pump fake to third. 1-1. And Gavin O'Connor grounds to third. He mishandled it. That's going to play to run. It's O'Connor. Has reached on the air, and that's going to play Bill Mason. Daniel Mason scores, and we are tied at 1 in the bottom of the fourth. Gavin Connors made contact.
Batting now number 24, Brian Vanderhaeg.
And Mason Payne couldn't come up with it. It will be scored an error. Runner goes. Makes contact. So the first is in time. And Vanderhaeg is retired, but not before. Newtown, Connecticut breaks through and scores his first run of the game. It's 1-1 on the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on X Sports TV.
This is the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network.
Batter for Sarasota is Owen Ayers, and it's going to be our first pitch. Line drive into the outfield, and Sarasota has a runner aboard.
It's their fourth hit of the day. We are tied at 1. Newtown has yet to register a hit, but nonetheless, they are even in the only stat that matters, and that's runs. Showing bunt is Boot Hanford. He pulls it back for ball 1. 6-1 is the score on the other field.
The game got underway after hours. Marshall County trails in that one. Tom Cruise Field is the location for this one. The other field hosting World Series game is Denver Trap. It's just adjacent here. Boot Hanford shows bunt again, pulls it back 2-0 as the catcher was looking to throw to first base. Mulligan. And he hit him. Boot Hanford is aboard now as Mulligan plunked him. It just come out of his hands. Just wrong. As it was a curve.
Now number 4, Evan Gibbs.
Left fielder Evan Gibbs is the batter. 1 for 1 with a single. And we're going to get a courtesy runner for Boot Hanford. Yonkers going in to run. Runners at second and first with no out. Sarasota threatening. They have just been tied up in the bottom of the fourth. We're top of the fifth now. Showing bunt. Pulls it back. Throw to second. It's going to be high, not in time. Brandon Yonkers going in to run. Runners at second and first with no out. Sarasota threatening. One ball. No strikes. These bunts. Throw to first in time. Runners advance.
At the plate now, number 5, Mason Payne.
Mason Payne now the batter
For Sarasota with one out. Top of the fifth. They only play 7 here, so we are in crunch time for both these teams. Here in pool play, both teams would like to get a win to ensure themselves a chance in the advanced stages of this tournament. First pitch is fouled off by Payne. He's 0 for 1 on the evening. Ayers and Yocker on for Sarasota. One out. 1-1 now to Payne. The 1-1. Hit hard down the third base line. Foul ball. 2 strikes. One out for Newtown as Mulligan has just crossed over the 65 pitch plateau, 36 strikes against 29 balls. Again, going to be lifted foul. And Payne stays alive for Sarasota. Been a lot of foul balls out of play in this one. As you can tell by the constant stream of new balls to the home plate umpire. The 1-2 to Payne from the stretch. Off speed is driven hard. Sarasota. By Payne. It's 3-1. Florida over Connecticut. In the top. That's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Dale Torres. Torres is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. 1 out in the inning. First pitch low and outside. No activity in either bullpen. That pitch is fouled hard. Left field line. 1-1 to Torres. Pop fly, left field. Hurley's got it. 2 away.
At the plate now, number 24, Dylan Robertson.
Dylan Robertson now will step in. The pitcher for Sarasota. 1 runner aboard on first. Robertson is 0 for 1, reaching on the air, and has walked. First pitch is a ball. The 1-0 outside. They're going to call a strike. Clip the outside corner. The 1-1 to Robertson. Hit hard. Left field. It's going to hit. He's going to hold. Hand up, Doug. Robertson.
Batting now, number 19.
Still 2 outs. And that's going to bring up Tyler Russin, the left-hander. No batting gloves for Russin. He's got an open stance. First pitch. It's going to be high. Russin is 1 for 2. Hit into a fielder's choice and a single. One zero is hit hard. Right fielder running back, giving chase, and it's way He got all of that one and missed it by about 15 feet to the right of the foul pole. That's 5 or 6 balls that have been hit really hard off Mulligan here in the top of the 5th. He's at 75 total pitches. Pitch back to second. Not in time. The 1-1 to Rusin. I don't know if it's Rusin. My apologies. I've called him both. The 2-1. Fouled back. 2-2. As the bat went flying out of his hands. He is a big kid. Instead of bat and gloves, he uses dirt. As you see him reach down and dirty up his hands. The 2-2. Curveball and he just missed it. Out of play. 2 outs in the inning. 2 runners have crossed for Sarasota. They lead 3-1 on 6 hits. Ground ball, first base. Mason has it. He'll tag the bag, and that'll end it. But not before 2 runners come across. 2 runners stranded. We've played 4.5. You're listening to the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on X Sports TV.
This is the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network.
First batter of the inning. For Newtown, 1 ball, no strikes, and he swings and misses on the second one. And the batter is Talbot, who has just entered the game for Lenardi. Newtown trails 3-1. Popped up. First baseman, Hanford under it. And made it a little harder than he needed to. The ball was drifting on him a bit. 1 down in the inning. It's going to bring up James Schumacher, the catcher.
57, James Schumacher.
First pitch is outside. And we think we've got our audio issues figured out. 2 balls, no strikes now to Schumacher. Newtown is yet to register a hit, but they do have 1 run. 3 straight balls to Schumacher. Robertson now over 66 pitches. Most of them have been strikes. The 3-1. It's on its way. And caught the outside corner, full count. So Robertson has battled back. And Schumacher goes down swinging. Robertson was down in a hole, 3-0, and battled back to get the K. Number 4 on the night.
Batting now, number 1, Joseph Paget.
Joseph Paget now will step into the batter's box for Patrick Hurley. First pitch, swinging. Dribbler to short. Paget is hurrying down the line. And that's for Newtown. They've got 1 runner on with 2 outs. They don't all have to be hard, just effective.
Batting now, number 32, Jack Mulligan.
The batter for Connecticut's the pitcher, Jag Mulligan. 0 for 1 on the day. Sarasota leads 3-1. Runner goes, it's Paget. Throw is in time. Look, from our vantage point, it may have been a little high. Nonetheless, he's caught out. Explanation is the runner. He didn't feel like he was tagged, and it didn't look like it was from our angle either. Nonetheless, he's caught out, and that'll be the end of the inning. 1 runner left on, 1 hit. No runs, no errors. We've played 5. 2 innings left. 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on X Sports TV.
Enterprises in Main Street, Lawrenceburg would like to congratulate all of the Babe Ruth teams from across the country that have made their way to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee in the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series. Main Street Lawrenceburg supports many revitalization projects to maintain and grow a healthy community spirit. Darrell Valentine Enterprises in Main Street, Lawrenceburg wish every team the best of luck during the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series in beautiful Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
is the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back into the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series from Tom Cruise Field in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. The fourth time Lawrenceburg's hosted the Babe Ruth World Series. Second time in 3 years. First pitch to Scott is fouled out. Scott is 0 for 2 on the day. Jack Mulligan returns to the mound, giving up 3 runs on 6 hits. Pitch is outside, 1-1. One is low, 2-1 to Scott. Strike 2, 2-2. Newtown can get out of this inning without allowing a run. They'll have 2 more at bats to cut into this lead. And it's up the middle for a base hit. Hit number 7 as Jason Scott is aboard with a single.
Coming to the plate, number 2, Nick Henry.
No outs in the inning. 3-1 is your score. Sarasota, Florida leads Newtown, Connecticut. Pitch is outside, throw to first, not in time. Stand up is the runner, Scott. One and 0 to Nicholas Henry. 1 for 2 on the day. Pitch is low, 2-0. Pitch catches the outside corner, 2-1. Runner goes, batter swings, fouled off, and Scott will have to go back to first. 2-2 is now the count. Henry steps back in. Gets set. Mulligan gets his side. The 2-2. High. Full count to the shortstop, Henry. Top of the 6th inning. Pitch is high. Over his head. No out. And he walked him. 2 runners on for Sarasota. Newtown apparently is going to ride Mulligan to the end. There's no one in the bullpen unless he is in the field or unless his replacement. He is up to 90 pitches. And that ball gets away from him, and the runners will advance. So he has almost reached his limit on pitches, so they'll have to replace him here soon. Considering there's no one in the bullpen, his replacement will have to come from the field, you would assume. Cade Nelson is the batter, and it's hit hard. And the catcher does a good job blocking it up to hold the runner at second, but Sarasota plates one on the sacrifice fly to center field. And Shea Talbot nearly had it go over his head, but made a nice leaping grab for out number 1.
Batting now, number 10, Owen Ayers.
Owen Ayers will step in now for Sarasota with a runner in scoring position. 1 out in the inning. First pitch is outside. Ayers is 1 for 2 on the day. He has also scored a run. 4-1, Sarasota leads. Outside. 2-0. And it run in on him and hit him. So Ayers is going to be aboard on the hit by pitch. And that will probably do it for Jack Mulligan as he is up to 95 total pitches. And here comes the coach, and it will. While we get a pitch and change as Mulligan will go to the field. We'll take a break. You're listening to the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series where Sarasota leads 4-1 midway through the 6th on the X Sports Radio Network.
Number 44, Alex Booth-Hanford.
New pitcher for Newtown, Connecticut is Brian Vanderhave. Alec Boot-Hanford is the batter. One out in the inning. Ball is lifted high and out of play. Down the right field line. Sarasota leads 4-1. Vanderhave from the stretch. He delivers. And it hit him up high. And that's the second time tonight that Boot-Hanford has been hit, and he's not happy as that one caught him well up high. And that will load the bases for Sarasota.
4, Evan Gibbs.
Evan Gibbs is the batter. He's 1 for 1 on the night. A single and a sac bunt. First pitch is outside. 1-0. 1 out. Bases loaded. Sarasota with a 4-1 lead. Top of the 6th. Three 3-0 now to Gibbs. Vanderhaven delivers. It's a strike. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Full count now to Gibbs. Vanderhaven is battled back. Bases loaded, 1 out. Payoff pitch. Hit hard. Right fielder has it. Throws in. Runners move forward. 1 run comes across. So Henry scores, and the score has run up to 5-1. Still just 1 out, and bases still loaded. It's going to bring up Mason Payne, who is 1 for 2 on the day. Payne fouls the first pitch off down the right field line, out of play. Vanderhaven gets a sign. He delivers. Loop to the shortstop. Off his glove into left field. Runners will advance. Another run comes across. A valiant effort by Todd Peterson, who nearly come up with it. He made a dive, and it went in and out of his glove. And that's going to bring up the
number 8,
leadoff hitter, Daryl Torres, 0 for 2 on the night with a walk, a strikeout, and a flyout. Still 1 out. Bases loaded. 2, 3 runners have crossed here in the 6th for Sarasota. They are up to 9 hits for the game. First pitch is a ball. Swing and a miss on pitch number 2 to Torres. The 1-1. Fouled right back up. I don't care if there's a net there or not. That still makes you want to move out of the way. It's coming right at your face. That would have been loud if it got our mic. It was close. And that pitch is high to the backstop. Runners coming home, and they've got him in a rundown. And that's going to be 2 outs now in the inning. As Boot Hanford got caught trying to sneak home on the pass ball. Two outs now. Runners at second and first. Vanderhaven gets set to deliver the 2-2, and the time is called. Steps off the mound. The 2-2 to Torres. Lifted high into center field. Center fielder takes a couple steps back, settles under, and that'll end the inning. Connecticut's got some work to do. They're down 6-1, 3 hits, 2 runners left on. We played 5.5 from the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on X Sports TV.
This is the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network.
You're watching the 2017 Babe Ruth World Series on X Sports TV. Bottom of the sixth inning, Newtown is 6 outs away from dropping this one. 1-1 now to Jack Mulligan, who has started the game at pitcher. He's now in right field. And he lifts the hit. And it's I thought, but he jumped up and grabbed it. Jason Scott with the grab for Florida. 1 out in the inning. Michael Cotton will be the batter for Connecticut. 0 for 1 with a fly out. He's showing bunt. He gets it down. Third baseman in. It's going to be not in time as there's going to be no throw. As Cotton was hustling down the line, so it's another infield hit for Connecticut.
Batting now, number 15, Don Mason. Excuse me, Dan Mason.
Dan Mason now is the batter. Robertson still in. Pitch, hit to short, tags the bag, throw to first, in time, doubled him up. And just like that, on the flip side is down to 3 outs and moving on. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. No one left on. We've played 6. We head to the 7th. You're watching on X Sports TV.
'17 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. I'm Stanley Wilson, taking over here for the play-by-play for an inning. First pitch on his way, fouled right back at us here. Strike 1. 6-1, Florida up over Connecticut. 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Florida. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors for the Newtown, Connecticut guys. Here's a wind of the pitch, ball outside. Evens it up at 1-1 now. Ball outside. Dylan Robertson, the batter. Facing Brian Vanderhave. Way up top. Runs the count to 3-1. First batter at the top of the 7th. There's a fly ball going to be foul. Pulled it a little bit, got out in front of it. Landed in the Sarasota bullpen. Time called at the plate. Now he's ready. 3-2 pitch on his way. Outside, ball 4. So the leadoff man here at the top of the 7th is owned by a walk at first base. I'm going to bring up Tyler Russin.
Batting now, number 19, Tyler Russin.
Robertson getting his lead at first. Vanderhave working from the stretch now. Throw over to first, back in time easily. Still cloudy here. Ball outside. Russin steps out, gets a long look down at Coach Milligan at third base. He's ready now. Here's a wind in the pitch. There's a shot back to center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. And all runners will be safe at first and second now with nobody out.
Batting now, number 20, Jason Scott.
And Jason Scott will step up. So runners at second and first. Another scoring opportunity for Sarasota. They lead this one 6-1, trying to add it right here. Ball high. He spins around, chases the runner back to second without a throw. It's popped up out of play. So count evens up at 1-1 now. It's a tight ball game till the top of the 5th when Florida broke open a 1-1 tie with 2 runs to make it 4-2. There's a ground ball to third. He's going to step on the bag, cross the diamond to first, in time. A 5-3 double play, third base to first. Now they want to discuss it down at first base. I think he might have said his foot came off the bag. Now the first base umpire wants to come in and have a talk with the third base umpire and see if he saw anything different. And now he's going to pass him and come to the home plate umpire. And they're discussing it. Coach Rob Milligan there. If it holds up, there'll be a runner at second, but there'll be 2 out. Which I don't see them overturning this call. And they're not. So it'll be 2 out with a runner at second. And Nick Henry will be the batter.
For Sarasota, number 2, Nick Henry.
Come on, Nick, knock it out of here.
There's the pitch, fouled into the screen. 0-1. Count goes to 1-1 now. Fly ball toward left field. Is it going to stay fair? No, it's hooking foul. Good thing I got here when I did. My broadcast partner might have been starving himself to death over here. Can't have you wilting away. 1-2 count, 2 out. Vanderhaven with the wind in the pitch. Popped up to the first base side. And Brian Vanderhaven makes the catch for the so third out. That'll do it for Sarasota on the top of the 7th. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Your score remains Florida 6, Connecticut 1. Back in a moment. That was Dan Mason making the last put out. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Connecticut with 3 more outs to try to get this game tied up or get ahead and win the game.
Both of Connecticut's hits have been bunts to the third baseman that they beat out. We've seen Sarasota the whole tournament have good pitching.
So Dylan Robertson on the mound, gone the whole way. Strike called.
He's only thrown 81 pitches, counting that one.
Terrell, the first batter for Newport. The New England representatives. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 0-2 now. That's why he's going the all way. He's getting ahead of the batters. There's a shot towards short. He's going to get over his head into center field for a base hit.
That's the first swinging hit of the day for Connecticut. We've seen comebacks before of this nature.
Oh, yeah. All these teams can hit. I bring up the number 3 hitter, Todd Peterson.
Tall guy for a shortstop, isn't he?
He is. But he does a good job out there in the field. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1.
Tomb-seeking fastball in. Had a little late movement there.
0-1 pitch. Ground ball toward third. It gets past him in the left field. Terrell around in second. He's going to hold up right there. He misses it. It's going to go all the way to the line. And hold him up at third, and they will. So a single and an error will have runners at second and third now, with Gavin Connors, the cleanup hitter, coming up.
And there's some life in Newtown.
You got to take it one batter at a time here. Vanderhaven on deck.
They just need 5 to tie. No outs. 2 runners in scoring position.
Ball high. 1-0. Ground ball back up the middle. Shortstop doesn't smother it. Gets into center field. Runner on his in, and that's all they're going to have as the throw comes in. The runner at first will stop there. So 6-2 now. Sarasota over Newtown by 4 runs. So Vanderhaven will be the batter with runners at first and third, and nobody out.
Play down number 24, Brian Vanderhaven.
No activity in the Sarasota bullpen, but that doesn't always mean anything, as the replacement could come from the field, as we've seen with Vanderhaven coming in.
Here's the one pitch. Ground ball toward third. It goes past him. The shortstop backhands it, but he's going to put it in his pocket. No throw. And the base will be loaded for Connecticut. Little grounder. Kind of an eye-seeing grounder. Gets past the third baseman. Now Dave Million wants to call a timeout and go talk to his pitcher. And that may be it for Robertson.
They started getting to him a little bit. They hadn't been able to hit him for 6 innings. And they've started breaking through in the 7th.
He's having a little powwow with his towel in his hand.
He's had this team here both times they've come to Lawrenceburg. Sarasota's always a force in that southeast region.
They are. They're a perennial contender in these World Series. I know they make every region, that's for sure. Well, Robertson's going to stay in there.
If you can get through this game, if you're Sarasota only using one pitcher, that says a lot.
It does. It sets you up.
It does set you up really nicely. He's only had 88 total pitches. He's almost at his max.
Fly ball toward left center field. Left fielder going back. He can't get it. Going to go out. 2 runs are in. And that's going to be a double with runners at second and third. And we got to move on.
Still no.
Brian Vanderhaven put a shot to that one all the way to the wall.
I'd say Robertson's done.
And he is, as Rob Million is coming out now. Robertson left that one over the plate, and Vanderhaven took care of that.
That was actually Talbot.
Was it Talbot that hit the,
it was.
Made the hit? Beg your pardon.
Schumacher will be the batter when play resumes.
Get them all confused.
The winning run.
Being here late.
Well, excuse me. Well, the go-ahead run is standing at the plate. Tying run is sitting on second.
Yep. So nobody out there, Cam. They've got a good chance of tying this ball game up. As Nick Henry is going to come on in relief. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the rest of this ball game. So Nick Henry will be the new pitcher for Sarasota. He'll be facing Schumacher, James Schumacher, the catcher for Connecticut. Runners will be at second and third. And Shea Talbot with a big hit right there with the bases loaded for Connecticut to plate 2 to get them within 2 now. 6-4 is your score. Going 3 runs here in the bottom of the 7th.
If I read the schedule right and based on moving on out of the pool play, the winner of this game moves on, the loser does not. I could be wrong. But the way I read it,
Well, the tiebreaker is head-to-head first, and then it goes by runs allowed.
Right, so it's going to get kind of goofy. Or it could. We've seen that before, but regardless.
First pitch to Schumacher, swung on and missed, strike 1.
Brought the high heat.
Schumacher's looking for something he could drive and maybe even get a fly ball for a sacrifice fly.
Anything in the grass, plates a run.
And Henry's looking for a strikeout or a pop-up. Strike in there. Quickly 0-2. Curveball swung on and missed, strike 3. So Henry got the strikeout that he needed. So 1 out now.
Padgett will be the batter.
Padgett.
He's 1 for 1. He had a single.
Outside, 1-0. Runners at second and third. The runner at second is the tying run. The batter is the winning run. 1-0, 1 out. Henry winds and delivers in the dirt. Ball 2.
Bottom of the 7th. This is the drama.
Made it a good ball game.
They did.
It was 6-1 going into this bottom of the 7th. Now it's 6-4 as Connecticut's put 3 big ones up here on the board.
They're telling me rain is about 30 minutes out.
Oh, don't say that. That goes all the way to the screen. Runner breaking from third. Play at the plate. Not close.
1-run game.
Well, so the tying run now is only 90 feet away at third base. 6-5 is your score with Sarasota holding a 1-run lead. But Connecticut has made it very interesting here.
Looking at the radar, there's some light showers sitting on top of us. I don't think it's reaching the ground. Out to our west by about 40 miles there. There's a large band of moderate rain. This game shouldn't be a problem. It's the next game that concerns me.
Yep. The Washington, Mississippi game, is that right?
That's right.
Outside, ball 4. So Padgett's on at first. Talbot will be at third. And Jack Mulligan will be the batter. He's due up.
He started the game at pitcher.
And he's strolling up there. Six to 5, Florida with a 1-run lead. The winning run is at first. The tying run is at third for Connecticut. If you're Sarasota, you want to try to induce a ground ball and get that double play.
We've seen it a couple times already.
But Jack Mulligan's got different thoughts. He wants to find one to drive somewhere. Ball low. Henry, after striking out the first man he's faced, he's kind of struggled here with his control. That one's out. Oh, caught the corner. Strike. Evens it up at 1-1 now. That one's in the dirt. Runner from third started breaking.
He's pointing to the spot, footing a little bit. He was swimming back to the bag.
Caught the corner, strike 2. Evens it up at 2-2 now. Mulligan may have to shorten his swing here just to get it in play. Trying to put it in the hole. Strike three, swing and missed it.
That curveball come in on him. Jammed him up, and he couldn't get. I think he was wanting to get out of its way.
His heels, didn't he?
He got back on his heels, and so Sarasota now just 1 out away from ending this one, as Newtown has made it very interesting, and we got another visit to the mound with a lefty coming up and maybe get another pitching change, and we are.
Michael Cotton is due up.
He's 1 for 2 on the day.
Rob Milligan back out there to talk to his infield down, his pitcher and catcher.
He may be going to stick with Henry. He's just getting a defensive alignment.
Cotton is 1 for 2 with a fly out and a single. Playing shortstop now. Started at second. Now the meeting is over at the mound and they're ready to place the ball. 6-5 is your score. Florida over Connecticut had a 6-1 run, 6-1 lead headed to the bottom of the 7th, but Connecticut has battled back and scored 4 here in the bottom of the 7th to make it the tight ball game. First pitch to Cotton, low, ball 1. Top of the order, Dan Mason up next. Strike called. Let's see if Connecticut's got a play on if the runner from first breaks. Ball low.
I'm going to guess not.
And maybe try to pitch around and make him try to fish for one. 2-1.
Base hit ties it.
Runner going from first. Fly ball into his left field. Is he coming in? Coming in. He makes the catch.
Game 7.
Evan Gibbs. And he is getting mobbed by his teammates. And you're right, Cam, not a game-saving catch. Cotton just went with the pitch, took it to left field, the opposite field. And Evan Gibbs comes up with a clutch catch. Wow. You have seen all of this game more than I have, of course.
Obviously, but
now we're getting a little sprinkles coming in now.
Good for Newtown for battling back and making a one-run contest there at the end.
6-5 is your final score. Sarasota over Newtown. And I know Sarasota goes to 2-1, but I'm not sure about Connecticut. I think they might go to 1-2. So things are getting interesting as we get deeper and deeper into this tournament. We'll keep it here as long as we can. We're going to have to get our equipment out of the rain, though.
All right, ladies and
As I
gentlemen, we want to direct your attention to
did not bring my
home plate.
umbrella. But they're going to name the Ron Tittleson
Thank our player of the game.
player of the game on both sides. I'll tell you what, Evan Gibbs may be in the running for that one now.
Definitely the play of the game.
Yeah, that's the play of the game for sure. Evan Gibbs coming up with a big catch right there on the, looked like it was going to get down and score the tying run.
Today is Doug Howell. Doug, longtime baseball coach for here in Lawrence County with several state championship teams with Babe Ruth. He's also a Babe Ruth board member and just an all-around good guy. Thank you, Doug. All right, our player of the game this evening for Newtown, Connecticut.
Doug Howell, longtime coach here in Lawrenceburg, is going to give away the player of the game, and it's Patrick Hurley. Now Sarasota's turn.
For Sarasota, Florida, number 4, Evan Gaines.
And Evan Gibbs. And Gibbs gets it for his heroic catch to end the ball game to snuff out the threat that Connecticut had. They were going to tie the game if that ball got down. And when the runner was running from first to second and he was on the move, and if that ball had got away from him, they may have won the ball game right there, Cam. All right, that's going to do it for our coverage of the Connecticut and Sarasota game. Congratulations to Florida as they win this one 6-5. They wind up with 6 runs on 10 hits with 2 errors. Connecticut finishes with 5 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors, getting 4 runs there in the bottom of the 7th to make it an exciting game. So until next game, you've been watching Exports TV. We're going to take a quick break. We'll take not a quick break, but a little break as we're going to watch this rain too. Stay tuned for the Mississippi and Washington game. Thank you, everybody.